Shabbat Shalom. In this week's parsha, we read about one of the most important and fundamental prayers of the Jewish people, the Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. He's so fundamental to our faith that twice a day we recite these words, in the morning and the evening, and many a third time at the bedtime Shema when they go to bed at night. The Shema itself features in two of the most important Jewish symbols, the tefillin and in the Mezuzah. And the Shema confronts us every single moment of our day. As we enter the home and as we leave our home, there we find the Shema. This key prayer of declaration of Jewish faith and Jewish commitment to Jewish continuity is with us at all times. The Mezuzah at the front of our doors is there for a simple reason. They call it Shomer Datot Yisrael, that the guardian of Israel is there at our doors, protecting us as we leave our homes and as we enter. It is for this reason that many people, as they would leave a room, will kiss the mezuzah. When they enter the room, they kiss the mezuzah. Leaving the room, kissing the mezuzah, saying, God, I'm connected to you. Please protect me as I leave my abode. And when I come home, kissing the mezuzah again as an act of thanksgiving. This little ritual is beautifully expressed every single day. But I want to share with you another very powerful insight that we have with our mezuzahs. As many are aware, particularly in Ashkenazi community homes, the mezuzah is always at a slant. And this is a fascinating discussion within the Talmud and the commentators. How is the mezuzah to be placed on the door? So we know it is placed on the right-hand side of the door, the top third, as we are entering. The question is, how should it stand? The rabbis have an argument. One rabbi says it must be dead straight, facing up to heaven. The other one said, no, it should lie flat. And thus, we have a fascinating position taken by Jewish law, in which the mezuzah is at an angle. But now you might say to yourself, but that makes no sense, because according to the person that it must be straight up, that's not straight up, that's at an angle. And the one who says flat down, that's not flat down, that's a little bit up. So how can it be that this compromised position satisfies both parties? To which the rabbis explain, the one who says it must be straight up, what does he mean straight up? It means it shouldn't be flat down. And the one who says flat down doesn't mean flat down. It says as long as not straight up, it's fine. So therefore, by the angle, satisfies both of their opinions. But now I'll ask you a question. Where have you ever seen such a mitzvah? We don't have any other case in Jewish law where we have this compromised position between two extremes. And thus the rabbis teach us the concept of Shalom Bayit, peace in your home. And the mezuzah at the front of our doors is an incredible lesson in the art of Shalom Bayit, creating the harmonious home. There are many times in our lives that we'll be at odds with our partners, with our spouses, with our children. We say like this, they say like this. And it's very easy to get into a fight. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, can we be like the mezuzah and find that middle ground? We're not going to get everything that we wanted, and they're not going to get everything that they wanted. But let's see if there's something that we can work towards. And thus, when we see the mezuzah at that angle, we learn the lesson of Shalom Bayit, of learning to deal and with a compromise. It's not surprising that the Hebrew word for a man is an ish, and the Hebrew word for a woman is isha. Both of them are spelt with two letters that are the same, the aleph and the shin. The man, ish, is spelled aleph yud shin. The word isha is spelled aleph shin hey. The yud and the hey is what is different. Yud and hey spells the name of God. And thus, when a man and a woman, husband and wife, are willing to learn to live the art of compromise, then they create ish and isha, and there's a place for God to bless this home. However, if there's constant strife between the couple, and an ish yatsa, a fire comes out, God says, I cannot dwell anymore with the ish and the isha. The yud and the hey fly away, and all we're left with is the fires of discontent and conflict. Thus, when we're walking into our homes, and we touch that mezuzah, and we see the angle at which it is, it's a constant reminder to us that in order to create the Shalom Bayit, we need the compromise. Because ultimately, it is through V'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha that when we love the act of loving God, that we can surely learn to be V'ahavta Recha Kamocha, to love our partner as we do ourselves. Shabbat Shalom.